Right, welcome back Year 9. It's Mrs. Tung and Miss Allen here, and we're going to do your first practical of the January term. It's all to do with our vegetarian healthy eating project, V for Vegetables, and our first recipe is going to be leek and potato soup. You'll find a recipe with a PowerPoint linked to this video on class charts. At the end of this, however you've got on, whatever you've made, if you can take a photograph and upload it to your class charts, and we'll both have a look and give you some feedback. So let's get started. Your ingredients list is on your PowerPoint that accompanies this, but this is a picture of what I've got in front of me right now. So as the recipe suggests, it's leek and potato soup, so I have a leek. It's like a very large spring onion. It's a member of the onion family, but with a much more subtle flavour. Potatoes, normal potato or tin potato. I'm using tin potatoes. This is what I've got in the classroom at the moment in the cupboards. These are good because they're already peeled, they are cooked, so you don't have to spend as much time cooking them as you would do with a raw potato. So we're going to be using these, and I've got these prepared already in a bowl here. I've got some chopped onions, so that needs to be prepared beforehand. And I've got some of my flavourings. I'm going to be using a stock cube and some crushed chilies, and also, because I like the colour, I'm going to be putting a teaspoon of turmeric in. It makes the soup really, really vibrant. You're also going to need 300 ml of water. So let's clear this space first of all. The first thing you need to do is start frying off your onions. So I'm going to take my onions that are already prepared, and I have put a tablespoon of oil in this frying pan. So let's switch the cooker on and tip those in there. And these need to be fried until they are, hopefully you're all saying golden brown and soft at home. So I'm going to let that start to cook off there. And whilst that's happening, we're going to go back to the chopping board and start chopping our vegetables and preparing them. So if you remember from Year 7 and Year 8, we're going to use our claw grip and our bridge hold to carefully slice our vegetables. If you're at home doing this, can you make sure that you have got a responsible adult with you to supervise you and to help you? So I should have said that at the beginning, but make sure that you have got somebody at home to help you if it starts to go wrong. If you can hear sizzling, that's the onion starting to cook. So for the leek, I've trimmed it, I've cut off the roots and the top of the leaves, and I've rinsed it all out because there's lots of bits of soil inside. I'm going to make a claw grip with my hand to keep my fingertips out of the way, and I'm going to finely slice my leeks, like so, into very thin rondelles. If you make them too thick, they're not going to cook very quickly. So rondelle is a bit like a coin shape, a disc shape. Okay, so you need to chop all of your leek into those shapes. Okay, lovely. I'm going to put those to one side. I'm going to use my cooked potatoes. If you're using a peeled raw potato, that's fine. You just need to be aware you're going to need to cook your soup for much longer. I'm going to use my bridge hold. So remember, you're making a bridge with your hand, and the knife goes like a train through the tunnel, well away from your fingertips. So I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to cut it in half again. So I'm making small quarter spheres, even in half again. So you've got small pieces, okay? And you do that with all your potatoes. And your veggies are then going to need to go into your pan. So I'm just going to do a few more potatoes. Got an escapee bit of leek there. And one more potato. You want small pieces so the things cook evenly and quickly. Okay, knife stays on the work surface or chopping board. don't walk about with it, you don't use it for anything else rather than chopping vegetables. Okay, so we're going to add these to our frying. And those onions, you can see, are starting to get nice and brown, slightly a bit cool on the bottom. Let's turn the heat down a little bit. Right, add our veggies in. Okay, and you need to give that a stir. And what we're going to do at this point is add in extra spices, any herbs or spices that you want to use. So if you remember, I was quite keen on using some chili flakes and some turmeric. So I've got a big spoon here, but you need roughly about a teaspoon, half teaspoon turmeric going in there. That smells wonderful already. And we've got some chili flakes, however spicy you like it, going in there. Okay, give that a little bit of a stir to let the spices fry off a little bit with the vegetables. Okay, now hopefully you've remembered you've got 300 millilitres of water. So what I'm going to do, in a minute I'm going to add my water, but that stock cube. So I'm going to put the stock cube into the water. If you're doing this at home, make sure you're using warm water or hot water. Try and dissolve that stock cube as best you can. Okay, give it a stir round and then add it all into the pan. Okay, hopefully that stock cube will dissolve in a couple of minutes. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Give it a stir so nothing's really caught on the bottom and you've not got any vegetables left on your spoon. And put the lid on, and you need to leave that for 15 minutes, maybe more, depending on which types of potatoes you've used, just to cook so that the vegetables get nice and tender. So just leave that. Make sure you leave the lid on, keep an eye on it so it's not bubbling too high a heat. The heat I've got on the cooker is about a medium heat, okay? Right, welcome back year 9. 15 minutes later, this is my soup. I've actually blended it, used a blender to smooth out all of the lumps, so we've got a nice smooth soup. What you can do at the end as well, you can add some cream into it to make it creamy. You could garnish it with some chopped parsley or coriander, but that is a really healthy and nutritious soup, and the colour's beautiful from the turmeric as well. So good luck and have a go. Make sure you've got somebody supervising you and helping you as well. And I'm looking forward, and Miss Allen's looking forward to seeing your photos of any work that you've managed to do and uploaded onto ClassChart. So have a go and good luck, and we'll see you soon.